Okay? So here is the one thing that I want to do. I want to make sure that you can handle, and I'm just going to totally make this up. So 3x plus 2y minus 4z equals 7. X plus 9y plus z equals 12. Negative 2x minus 3y plus 5z equals negative 11. All right, totally made up. We're going to solve this on our calculators using Gauss-Jordan reduction, which means we're going to use our RREF button. Okay? So all that means is you're going to use your RREF button. So you are going to write down the matrix that's going in to the calculator. And for this method, you put down your x's, y's, and z's and your numbers.
The 3 by 4.
Yep, I'll be ready for that in a second. Right now, I'm trying to get my numbers down. But yes, Ronan, you are correct. I am going to have to put these numbers into the calculator, and it's going to ask me when I do second matrix edit, it is going to ask me how big is the matrix you're going to put in. And it is 3 by 4. Yep, so here we go.
It's really quiet without them.
And then once I get it in, I'm going to RREF. And because this is totally not rigged, this is just random numbers I made up, I knew my answer wasn't going to come out very pretty. Like yesterday we did one that was 4221 or something. That's when I take the time to rig it. This one I just made up. So I came out with, this one looks all right, it's 1.6, but the rest of them look terrible. So remember how we fixed that? Math, frac. And then I get 29, negative 29/35 and negative 11/7. So your answer, this is how you want to write it. Please do not write those decimals. A decimal like 1.6 is okay. That's fine. But these long decimals, no, we don't want to round off. We're going to change it to fractions, and that would be our answer.
We're
Okay?
gonna get starts off, we don't label X, Y, Z at the top.
Yeah.
No, because when they're in alphabetical order, that's, the assumption is always they're in alphabetical order. So if you're doing X, Y, Z, there's no need to label it. It doesn't hurt to label it, but you don't have to. Because your reader is going to assume that's X, Y, and Z.
I have a question for later.
Yep. Here's a page number.
Page 5, number 2. What is it? It says find the partial fraction decomposition. Like, is that just like fancy words for like break down the fraction?
Yeah, that's what we've been doing.
I've never heard partial fraction decomposition in my defense.
I'm sorry. I know I have used that word. At least I've said, we're gonna find the partial fractions.
Yeah, but like the
So
decomposition.
decomposition means you're breaking
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
So you're taking your big fraction and you're breaking it down
Oh, it's like A and B.
smaller
Okay,
fractions, right? So we're decomposing it, we're breaking it down. And x plus 2 and x plus 1 will be my denominators. Right, this is page 5, problem 2. Thank you, Jake, for doing some review. Probably was just 10 minutes ago, but that's okay, we'll figure it when we get.
Might have was. I
Now,
did something.
what happens now? We're gonna write an equation.
Factor out the
So negative x minus 5 is going to equal what?
X,
A times x plus 1
B,
right? This one means x plus one,
B times X
and
plus
then
two.
b times x plus two. So ax plus a and bx plus two b.
Okay, this we want all the X's, so one.
So negative one
A,
equals a
Plus B.
plus b. Everybody okay with that? And then
Negative
negative five
A plus two.
equals a plus two b. And then you're gonna solve that however you want, substitution, elimination, Kramer's rule, inverse method, whatever flips your switch. I think I'm just gonna multiply this one by a negative. So negative four equals b. And if negative four equals b, it looks like a equals three.
So 2 times negative 4. 8.
So a is three. And b is negative four. And that is what you write in the answer blank. Your job is to write the fractions. So there they are. There are the fractions. Good. Who else found something that we need to review? Joe,
Let me find the,
give us a page and problem number.
number 9 on page 7, just one of the graph problems.
Page 7, number which one?
Number 10, it's the one with the system, the constraints.
Yeah, we already did that.
No, we did it.
Wait, yeah, we did.
It was on a different sheet.
It was on a different sheet. I thought we didn't do it last class. If you were listening, we didn't do it that last class.
Oh, you can do it every
time. Backside of page 4.
Whoa, I was still on.
Oh, you're active. You can do it.
Oh, I thought Ronan, you had the same problem.
No, I had a different one.
Okay, so, a long time ago,
We haven't done
I
the one.
gave you, hang on to yours, we'll do it in a minute. I gave you some extra practice problems, I give them to you every unit. I post the answers in Canvas for you to do, so I'll just pick one from here that hopefully we haven't already done. So, on the 7.5 extra practice page, I don't think we've done that one, it doesn't seem familiar. So let's do it. So it's the extra practice page that I gave you a long time ago, at the beginning of the unit. And now we need to figure out what's going on. So I'm gonna build a table to help myself get organized. Don't know how much I'm gonna need of that, we'll see. Alright, so the profit on a pair of ski pants is $2. And on a jacket, okay, wait, these are pants. Alright, so the profit on pants is $2, and the profit on the jacket is $1.50. I need sewing and cutting. There are 60 minutes of sewing time available, and there are 48 minutes of cutting time available. It takes 8 minutes to sew a pant and 4 minutes to sew a jacket. It takes 4 minutes to cut a pant and 8 minutes a jacket. And I wanna find my maximum profit, which will be $2 times X plus $1.50 times Y, if I call pants X and Y jackets. No, you borrow one down there, in that pink thing. No, the pink tub right there.
Thank you.
You can have it. Those are free. All right,
So we got 8x plus 4.
so now I'm ready to write some inequalities. So 8x plus 4y
Is greater than, I mean, less than or equal
less
to.
than or equal to 60.
And then 4x plus 8y is less than or equal to 40.
And x and y are both positive, of course, right? So here are inequalities that represent this situation.
Now let's draw it.
Okay, so that's A and B are done. Oh, that's and C, because one of these is cutting, one of these is sewing, so we got them all. There's the profit, so that's D. Now we're gonna graph it. All right, Joe, are you keeping up here?
Yeah, I just couldn't find the thing, so I had to write the, I don't think I was here the day we passed it out.
If you have notes and homework, you have it, because it all got passed out the same day.
No, I think I grabbed those from back there.
Too bad, so sad.
So you don't go to IU games?
Yeah, no, they're gonna go
All
to
right,
school.
so now I'm gonna graph this, and it looks like I can use just ones as my thing. So if I cover up x, y is gonna be 15. And I think I'll use a different color. Maybe I'll use orange for this one. So this is the point 0, 15. And then if I cover up y, x is gonna be a decimal. What is that?
7.5.
5?
No, you're good. 7.5.
Yeah, 7.5.
No, you're good.
All right, so I'll connect those. And I am going to be shaded below, because this is less than, so I'm shaded inside that triangle. All right, so now with my blue marker, I'll do this one. So cover up y, x is 12.
Why 6? Why 6?
And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
You're good
6.
though.
And that one is also shaded below. So I am looking at this thing right here. Would you agree with that?
Less.
This black shape right here. So my points are 0, 0, 0, 6, 7.50, and this point, which I will have to figure out. So here are my two equations. 8x plus 4y equals 60, and 4x plus 8y equals 48. This one's gonna be an easy one to eliminate. So I just multiply by -2. So negative 16x minus 8y equals negative 120. And 4x plus 8y equals 48. So what is that?
Good grief.
That's 72 negative.
72.
So x is 6.
Oh, I got that off my graph.
Did you? Remember, if you've got a really good graph and you trust it, you can go with it.
Nah, I don't know.
I don't have a good graph at all. So x is 6. And if x is 6, is y 3?
That's what I got.
Is it?
Yeah. Wait. Does that take graphing calculators? Or is it just going graphing calculators or little
No,
calculators?
you'll have a little
Oh, 'cause
calculator.
those are little. You're good though.
Wait, why did you put
You're good
0?
though.
You sure it's this one?
The first problem we did today, the REF, you'll have your calculator.
Gotta be a separate sheet.
You'll have your colored sheet of
I
paper.
don't know.
All right, now what? Joe, what do we do now?
Look at that.
Good.
Pull your in.
Disappointing, Joe. What happens on the baseball field when you're not paying attention?
He doesn't blaze it.
All the pitchers, so.
He has 0
What
wins,
happens
so
when
they
you're
can steal a base.
pitching?
All he does is just
Yeah,
watch.
They can steal the base.
Steal a base and he doesn't see it.
Don't be a smart aleck, pay attention. Ronan, what do I do?
Well, you have to get, you have the X, you plug in the X for the Y, and you got what, 3?
I have it.
I don't know where we are.
Here. And I'll be a smart aleck. Plug it in to see which one.
Alexander, what?
Okay, so you're
Bro,
gonna take all the
the whole
numbers that you
equation.
have the coordinates there, and you're gonna look at your maximum profit, and you're gonna add those numbers.
Oh,
so
you wanna see how
have-
much money you can make from each
So
of the
if,
options?
if I do
He
this
said, yeah,
one,
let's
I
take all
make-
the three.
if I don't make any pants or jackets, I don't make any money. That's obvious. What if I make 6 jackets? I will make $9. What if I make, well, making 7.5 is gonna be kind of tricky, but let's just go with it. That would be $15.
Bro needs to up his prices to $9.
So you plug the 7.5 in for
2 times 6 plus 3 times 150.
So then, if you plug it in for X to Y, it's 1650.
So we're gonna tell this guy, our answer is going to be make 6 pair of pants and 3 jackets, and your profit will be $16.50.
And he needs to get out of jeans, the clothing business.
Yeah, find a new
Back in
business.
my day, we could go.
All right.
I was $20.
No, you're good, man.
Pat, was your hand up a while ago? Did you have a question you were gonna ask?
No.
Okay. All right, Roman.
It's like, we just haven't done these in a while, they're pretty simple, it's the backside of the 4.
Back of page 4.
I know they're easy, I just don't know.
No, you're good.
Well, which one are we doing?
What are we doing? Let's do 2 and 3.
The back of page 4. Number 2.
Like you guys did it definitely down the road. Wait, let me see what
Number 2 is a subtraction problem. So the first thing I would encourage you to do is, can you even subtract? Can I do
Yeah.
B minus D?
2 by 2, 2 by 2.
Yes, because they're the same size, and that is the requirement for subtraction. Or addition. Then I just subtract entry by entry, Ronan, so 1 minus 2. -1 minus -1, 5 minus 1, 4 minus 3. So that would be the answer to that one.
That was fun.
And then 3 says, find the determinant of matrix A.
We gotta add the 2 to the outside.
And again, before we go on, can I even do this problem? Is this a doable
Yes, because it's
problem?
square, it's a square.
Yeah.
To do a determinant,
Has to be square.
you have to be square. This one's square, so it's good. So then I take the first 2 columns, so 1, 3, 1, and -1, 0, -2, and tack them onto the determinant. And then I multiply
0,
and get 0.
and you got -4.
I multiply and get -4. I multiply and get -12. So that gives me a grand total of -16. And then
Other way.
0,
I get 0,
you get -8.
-8,
Yep.
and -9.
Yep.
That gives me a grand total of -17.
Subtract.
And then I find my answer by taking -16 minus -17. So the value of that determinant is 1.
That was a good one.
You might as well do.
Alright,
You guys will have to be, what's your question?
Just to clarify, like the main diagonal is always gonna start at the bottom right there.
no, the main diagonal starts with the first number you wrote down. So when you recopy this problem on a piece of paper, don't you write that number first? That's your main diagonal. That's your main diagonal.
Nah, you're good though, bro.
determinant starts with that diagonal. All right, girls over here on this side of the room. You guys got any questions?
Or are you guys ready to take the
Grace,
test?
are you messing around?
Mm-mm. I never do.
I think they're just ready to take it. I think they said they can take it.
You should check back through the videos.
So girls, Joe, put your hand down. I'm asking the girls right now.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Girls, did you have one?
Can you do number 8 on page 5?
Number 8
Number 8, page 5.
on page 5.
Oh, inverse. Ooh, let's pick a good one.
Page
No calc, no calc, no calculator.
5. Find the
Yeah,
inverse
calc is not.
for B in number 5. So my matrix is 2, 1, negative 1, 5. And I am finding the inverse of that matrix. 2 steps. First step, find the determinant. So the determinant will be 10 minus negative 1, 11.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Then I make a new matrix by taking these two, where my fingers are right now, and flip them. So 5 and 2. And then these two, I don't flip them, although that's
Change
what
the
it's gonna
symbol.
look like. I just change the sign. So that becomes positive, and that one becomes negative. And then my answer, the actual inverse,
Over 11.
would be all of these numbers over 11. Vincenzo, did you have a question?
It was gonna be something similar to this one, so I
Okay.
figured it out.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right, girls, we good over here? Kobe, you good? London?
Yeah.
Anna? Jillian?
Are you good, bro? Yeah, I got one.
Hey, wait, Jillian has one.
Oh, okay. You're rude, bro. You're rude. Oh, that's
Number 5 on page 6.
Page 6, number 5. It's all using Kramer's rule. All right, so you're going to have to do this on your test, 100% guaranteed. You're going to do a problem with Kramer's rule. And when I grade it, I will be, of course, looking at the answer, but I will be looking at your method, because that's what Kramer's rule is, it's a procedure. So, we start by finding the determinant of the coefficients. So, 1, negative 3, 2, 5. These are the x's and the y's from the equation. All right, so here we go. Jake?
Sorry. Sorry.
5 minus negative 6. Oh, this one comes out to be 11 also.
And then you plug in.
Now, that 11 though is also a denominator, just like it was there, but it's going to be the denominator of my variables, my x and my y.
Yep.
So they're going to turn out to be something over 11. Now, how do I find the something?
Replace the X's
Well,
with 2
to
and 2.
do x, we take the 2 and the 8 and paste it right here.
Yep.
Don't move anything. Cut, paste. So 2, 8, negative 3, 5. And then to do y, same thing. Cut, paste. So 1, 2, 2, 8. All right, Jillian, you with me? And then I evaluate those. So this is going to be 10 minus negative 24. So that's going to be 34. And that's my x numerator. And then this one's going to be 8 minus 4. So this is going to be 4.
That's your
And
answer.
there's your answer, yeah? There's your answer. Okay, Elijah?
I was,
And then Joe, you're going to be next.
okay, it was page 1,
Page 1.
and then can you do, 4B? Page 1,
1.
4B. Alright.
4. 4 base.
Yep.
Oh, there's
I'm in the back of it.
Back of
Oh.
page
Oh,
one.
Be more specific.
That's what I mean.
Back of page one, 4B.
You can
Is
do,
A minus 2B. So this is another subtraction. First things first, can I do
yeah,
it?
it's supposed to.
Yeah.
Alright, so here's A minus, okay, now, I need 2B. So 2B will be 4 minus 2, 6, 0. So that's 2 times B. Did you follow that, Elijah?
I got it.
Now I'm gonna subtract it. So negative 1 minus 4, 1 minus negative 2, 5 minus 6, 6 minus 0. There's your answer. Okay. Joe, do you have one?
Yeah,
And then Jake, you can go next after Joe.
let me look at the, I'm gonna try to find the best one that I circled.
Why aren't you ready?
Let's go with number 3 on page 4.
Page 4,
No, find the area of the triangle with the vertices.
page 4, number 3. Alright, so the first thing we do, you don't have to graph it, but I always like to have a visual here. So C is 5, 4. H is negative 3, 6. It makes no difference where you put them, just call one of them C, one of them H, and one of them S.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Let's go see the H.
And then, you wanna start with C?
See,
So he wants
Yeah, I
to
was gonna
do
go
CH, alright? So C to H.
negative 8,
Negative 8,
2.
positive 2.
Now we're gonna go see S.
Now we do CS,
Negative 6.
negative 6, very good, Ronan.
Good.
Negative 6 again.
Negative 6 again, everybody okay with that?
Yeah.
If you did SH and SC, you're gonna have different numbers, but your answer will be the same.
Gonna be the same answer.
Okay, so then we make a determinant out of those.
You got positive 48.
So it's gonna be positive 48
Negative 12.
minus negative
Minus
12,
You mean it's
which gives me 60. So my area is
30.
30.
30.
Take
You
half
gotta
of
divide
that.
by.
All right, Jake, what you got?
I was doing number 3 on something. Somewhere in this number.
I just did number 3.
Dude, we did? Oh, 2.
2, okay?
Green.
Agree.
Oh, shoot, I need to.
Dude.
All right, now number 2, the problem I'm erasing right now is a system of equations that we solved with Kramer's rule. Now we're going to do the same kind of problem, a system of equations,
Inverse.
but we're going to use the
Inverse.
inverse method. All right? So first thing we do is recognize.
Wait, hold on, I have a question about the previous
What?
row. I put, is it okay, like, it doesn't matter if you put CS over CH?
No, no.
Because I got negative 6, I got negative 12 minus negative 48, so that doesn't matter what you see.
That adds up to negative 60. And remember, we just dropped the negative
Oh, okay.
and divided by 2. Yeah.
You can have negative.
Okay, so the inverse method
3.
involves 2 matrices. A matrix of coefficients, 3, negative 1, 2, and 1, and then a matrix of the equals numbers, okay? And we are ultimately going to get our answer by multiplying the inverse of this one times that one. So obviously, what do we need to do? Find the
Determinant.
Inverse.
and we just practiced that. So what is the first step to finding the inverse?
Inverse.
Determinant. Alright, so we're gonna find the determinant. So 3, negative 1, 2, 1.
3.
Did you get 5?
I got 5.
Yeah.
Alright, then we build our new matrix. Alright, so this is gonna be 1, 3, and negative 2, positive 1, how does that look? Does that look good for a new matrix there? And then A inverse will be that over 5. Right, we just did one like that.
Yeah.
Only then we stopped, because our job was to find the inverse. Now we have to take that times 13/7. So you have a 2 by 2 and a 2 by 1. So we're gonna end up with another 2 by 1. And we multiply row times column. So we have 1/5, 1/5, that's our row, and then 13/7. So 13 plus 7 is gonna be 20 over 5, that's gonna be a 4. Because it's 13/5 and 7/5, that makes 20/5. And then we have negative 2/5, 3/5 times the 13 and the 7.
Negative 5 over 5.
So that's negative 26, positive 21, negative 5 over 5, negative 1. So your answer is 4, negative 1. That is the point where these two lines
It has
intersect.
to be an ordered pair.
And that is, yeah, that is the answer that you will get if you do substitution, elimination, or Cramer's rule. That is the answer, period, no matter how you do
So
it.
we can use another method to check, to see if it works.
Absolutely. But the easiest way to check would just be to take 4 and negative 1 and put it back in and see if it works.
We do one of those ones where it's
Okay,
like
now wait a minute.
bottom row
I
0.
promised somebody, didn't I?
Jake.
Jake?
No,
Jake already asked
this.
That was
Okay, all right, so yeah.
If you do one of those problems where like the bottom row is like all zeros, we have to like.
Yeah, yeah.
I haven't seen one.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
So that would be the one you do on the calculator,
Gosh, Jordan.
Gauss Jordan reduction. And,
Did you make this one? Or is this one on the page?
I'm making this up. I don't know if there's any on the page.
Wait, where are we?
Grace, what?
You bought. Wait, where are we? You were dingling off the chair.
Nah, you're good, man. Lots of ton of work.
All right, let's try this. So this, at the very beginning of the period, we did one with Gauss Jordan reduction. That simply means use your RREF.
Oh.
So I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. So the matrix that's going in is all right, let's see if I did this. So I'm gonna put this in, second matrix edit. This one's another 3 by 4.
Yeah.
I love your affirmations, Aiden, thank you.
No problem.
I'm gonna math track this one, it looks like there's a lot going on there. So I got 1, 0, negative 5/3, 0, 1, negative 2/3, 1, and 0, 0, 0, 0.
Oh, we're good.
Now, remember, ideally, what will happen is what happened in our first problem, which is this. Right? You get this.
Sure.
That is not what happened this time, though. We lost that whole row. So, these are my x's, my y's, and my z's, and then equals. So, the bottom row literally says no z's equals 0. So 0z equals 0, which means z can be absolutely anything. Because if you times it, this says 0z equals 0. If you times it by 0, you're going to get 0. It can be anything. What does this row say? Y minus 2/3 z equals 1. So y equals 1 plus 2/3 z.
Stop doing that, Brad.
And then the top row says x minus 5/3 z equals 2. So x equals 2 plus 5/3 z.
No, you're good.
He says it after Miss Ford says it.
No,
So
zero.
now I'm gonna write an answer in an organized fashion. So I'm gonna say, okay, x, y, z equals 2 parts. A number part and a z part. So what is x? His number is 2, and his z is 5/3. Y, his number is 1, and his z is 2/3.
Z's number is.
Z has no number but 1z.
Wait, where'd you get the 2 from today? I'm sorry. I think it was 2. Oh, okay, no, it's off. I see it.
All right, who else? Joe?
Your answer doesn't look like that.
That's what your answer looks like. You can't write it as an ordered pair, because it's infinitely many ordered pair.
Let's do. Just go with
So
the easy.
LeBron's on retreat, Dana and Sam, are they both field tripping?
Yeah, they don't.
Jaden, which one did you want to do?
Lexi,
Jaden, which one did
she's
you
on
want to
retreat.
do?
And Reyes. Wait a minute, one Reyes is on retreat,
Owen's on the tree.
the other one is,
He wasn't in my last class. I don't think he's here today.
I think
Let's
Jaden
go
needs
with-
to ask
Jaden,
a
which one
question.
did you want to do? Okay.
all right, Joe, did you have one?
Yeah, number 6 on page 1.
Page 1,
It's the elimination or substitution problem.
number 6.
On what page? Page 1, question 6.
Just choose whichever one you wanna do.
What?
Choose.
Well, this is not going to be an elimination problem because
Squared.
Squared.
there's nothing common.
That's
So
what you want.
the only thing I can do with this
Yeah,
is
substitute.
Let it know, mate.
substitute.
Damn.
I'd say we get y by itself.
Thanks for sharing.
Okay.
All right, we can do
You're
that.
crazy. Okay.
So y will equal 2x minus 3.
Yeah.
Why are we doing this, Joe?
Wouldn't y equal negative 2x minus 3?
No,
Oh, no, yeah.
So then I'll take this guy right here and plug it in right here. So I have x squared plus 2x minus 3 squared equal to 5.
Alright, then we gotta foil it
That's
out.
a foil, good, that's a foil, so it's gonna be 4x squared minus 12x plus 9. Now, this is for is ancient, I do this for a living, I can do that in my head. If you can't, it's fine, you do it over here to the side, but you gotta foil it, it's a foil,
How you doing?
equals
I
5.
bet she's been doing this for 44 years, probably.
Exactly, longer than that.
Makes sense.
Do you remember when you got taught pre-calculus? Do you remember when you got taught pre-calculus?
Oh, yeah.
Is it the same? No.
I had the
No.
same
Bro, she's
teacher
not-
for 3 years.
I'm saying, I
Just
didn't finish my
whoa.
question. Is it like the same stuff? It's like the same
Yeah.
stuff.
The only difference is we didn't have calculators.
Did you enjoy it at first?
I've always liked math.
Really?
Yeah, what have I got?
Yeah.
What is this?
It's a quadratic.
This is a quadratic.
Kidding, come
So I don't know if it factors or not.
I don't think he does. You guys are-
Actually, it might.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Wait, it actually might. Hold on.
I think it does.
0.
negative 12. Yep,
impressive
it
that you-
does.
Good boy.
No, you're good.
So, x is either 2/5 or x is 2. So I'm gonna go back and plug it in. I'll do 2 first because that's easier. If I put in 2, it looks like y is 1. If I put in 2/5,
4/5.
I have 4/5 minus 15/5,
Oh, shucks.
negative 11/5.
Oh, wait. That was a good one.
That was a great one. Who that did was it? I don't remember.
Give him credit.
Alright, who else?
Hey, I think it's cool.
I think Jaden needs to.
You're dating the good people.
Yeah, he's been pretty quiet.
Yeah. Oh, no, you guys are blazing.
They're all looking at you.
James gonna prepare or not?
Abe,
Up to date.
Abe.
Aiden, people.
Joe,
Aren't
quit being the instigator.
Exactly. Like, just shut your mouth and listen.
Yes, Caitlin.
On page 5, question 4, like this is evaluate, what is expected of us?
5, where am I? Page 5,
Oh, page 5.
Question
5, question 4. Please find the value of that determinant.
Abe, is that uniform?
That's it. Evaluate means find the value of. So find the value of that determinant. So that's a 3 by 3. We already did one, remember, copy the columns and, yep, that's what that means. Find the value of the determinant. Alright. What else?
I've got a good
While
math.
you're looking, let me see if I have any homeworks to pass back.
Yeah. Make sure you get that ID.
Yo, Jake.
So you can
You put
see
your
if you made any mistakes.
Crazy.
These weren't really fast, I was so burnt out day after 2 weeks.
Bonus not
I
here.
was so burnt out.
Let's just get a class phone check going when we're ready.
Me too.
I don't know, mine's in the
bucket.
Yeah, do a class.
Yeah.
Can we get a class phone
I'm
check?
glad
Yeah.
Let's do it. Oh, Monty. Let's do it.
Let's do a phone check.
Class phone check. Let's do it then.
Let's do a card check. Name check.
Is yours up there?
No, you should just count it. Just count it.
I took my phone and his.
What do I have to do with this conversation?
Oh, wait, how many phones are up?
Yeah, Elijah usually doesn't
Why
have his
do we
phone.
think there's not a phone up
I
there?
don't know.
There's always someone.
There's always one person.
We should count.
And it's usually
I
him.
know. Elijah has like a wallet that's really like.
Oh.
Good grief.
Hey, mine is
How many
probably a
people are
number
in the
9.
room?
1, 2, 3,
I said there was 1.
17.
Uh-oh. That is a math is not math.
Okay, how many people in the room?
17, I believe.
Okay, we're missing 2 phones.
Someone else. I thought you
He just looking at
Mine's up here. Number 1, that's me. Number 1, let me check. It's me.
18. We got 18. We got 18.
With 18. One
Oh, wait.
phone.
It's one phone.
Mine's a black one. It's got a black case, sticker.
There's a lot of IDs in it.
Yeah,
You, I know my number. Number 1.
I don't think he's a Wait, what's the
And the code on the code. Roses. Good grief.
Jake? Ronan?
Yeah, mine's up there. It is.
Tyler?
I think, no, it's Caleb's phone. 18. I counted 18. Yeah, so it's just Caleb.
Oh, that's right. So wait, did you count?
18.
We're
That's
missing
18.
one more.
I
We're missing
counted
one
17 first. It's 18.
Okay, well,
It's still missing 1. 1.
I counted 6 here.
It's
Can we
17.
not count?
It's 17.
We're still
There's
missing.
17 people.
It was just
Oh yeah, there is 17.
So it's just Pat
So it's just Pat.
with the code.
Wow.
Oh my God. What if Elijah asked? Bro, how would it ever be?
Last one out of the room.
Oh.
All right, what else? Come on, we got 9 minutes to get ready for a test on Tuesday. Okay, I want you all right now, find the area of this triangle. Let's see if we can all get the right
It's
answer.
gonna be a tough one.
We're doing the parts of my easy.
We have time.
Are you gonna throw in any fractions in this on the test or no?
These will be regular numbers.
Okay.
All right, go ahead, everybody do it. Let's see if we can all come up with the same answer.
I'm gonna do this.
Hey.
Then I'll go here.
I choose A.
We don't need to talk.
I got 9.
Come on, man.
Yeah, you're saying
I
it
didn't
out
even
loud.
finish, bro. I didn't even
We don't need to talk.
Yeah, you're good though, bro.
That's it.
Wait. Might have done my stuff wrong.
Commentary again.
Seventeen over two.
Whoa. My answer's low.
Mine's a little.
I got a little fraction action.
Yeah, I got that.
I just rounded.
That's what I got.
Oh, yeah, that's what I got.
Wait, wait,
Now,
Hold on.
I purposefully chose vectors that you probably didn't. I used BC and BA
To see if we got the same answers.
to make sure you understand
Okay.
you can do different things. So then I did my determinant 10 minus 27. I got negative 17. I dropped the negative, divide by 2, so 17 over 2.
Did you do?
Isn't that
That's
8?
not, that's 8.5. I should have gotten 8.5.
Well,
Whoa.
I mean,
1 to
it turns
4
out
is 1 to 4 is 3, not negative. I know, but
Did you get, did everybody get 8.5, not 9.5?
Do you want it in fraction form or decimal
Then
I meant 8.5, but.
No, you didn't. You were just looking at the board and
70
you wrote the
divided
same
by
thing.
2.
Yeah, it's 8.5. All right, let's try this.
She gets this.
Oh, she did this.
Okay, this one I can't,
Yeah, well, you're good.
Hey.
I can't just make up.
Why do you always do that? It's like you don't even speak anymore. You just make sense.
Oh, we haven't done this yet today. What about,
Nah, you're good, bro.
let's sketch, we haven't sketched one.
Oh,
Let's
it's
sketch,
Are we drawing?
yeah.
Is
So
this one
x
on the
squared
thing?
minus 4 over x squared plus 3x plus 3. I'm gonna sketch this thing. Come on, we only have 6 minutes, this is a big one.
The big
So
one.
what's the first thing you're gonna do?
Let's factor it out. We can't really do
Factor it
anything.
out. So x plus 2, x minus 2, x plus 2, x plus 1.
Oh, I like it.
This is just off the dome.
Alrighty?
Got a hole.
No! You goofball!
What did
What did he say?
Okay,
You have a hole.
I'm gonna have a hole. Now, where is the hole
Negative
going to
2.
be? At negative
Just
2.
either plug in negative 2.
And then I'll plug in negative 2, and I get negative 4 over negative 1, so I get 4?
Yep.
So at negative 2, 4, I have an open circle, a gap in my picture.
Alrighty.
Alright, now I'm graphing this right here.
Yeah.
So what do we know about that?
The vertical is negative 1.
Vertical asymptote at x equals negative
Negative
1.
one.
Horizontal is 1.
Horizontal asymptote at y equals 1 because of this, right?
X-axis is 2.
X-intercept is 2 from the numerator.
You gotta put in zeros for
Put in 0 for the
negative
x's,
2.
and y is negative 2.
Draw that
And then I we did that in 2 minutes. We're awesome. Did
Awesome
I,
sauce.
did
I say we take a little break.
skip it too fast over something? Does anybody have a question about
You did it.
one
I
of
don't-
those?
Not that I can.
I say we call it quits.
Hush.
Did you just let them
Okay,
say
can you
that?
hand me my
Nah, you're good.
please?
All right, well, we do have office hours on Monday. I do have the test ready to go, so if anybody wants to take it now,
I'll take it right
after
Get it.
school, you
Take it right now. I
can.
dare you.